What's up, collectors? Welcome back to Films by Color. I just shot another haul video with my good buddy John, who was in the second video. We met up again at a different Barnes & Noble this time. We went all the way to the Perimeter store, which is known for having a really good selection, so I wanted to make sure I checked that one out this month at least once, and it did not disappoint. They had a great selection, and we talked for a good long time about a bunch of different movies. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, so if you want to skip to the end and just see which ones we picked up, feel free. I'll be sure to add timestamps to this video, but let's not waste any more time with this intro. Let's go ahead and jump into the in-store footage.
Oh, go ahead.
More chest hair, please. What's up, guys? We are at another store, and I'm back with John.
Hey, man.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Glad we can make this happen again.
Yeah, me too.
So we are at a different store, not as far this time. It was only about 45 minutes from me.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's my local store, so it's only like 10 or 15.
Oh, so
Which is pretty good.
So you're here quite often?
Yeah, too much.
Throughout the year, or just during the sales?
Throughout the year, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's actually a true fan. Not like me, who only comes in July and November.
Well, we have a ton of books too, so
that's true. That's true.
There's
There's other reasons to be here.
Yeah,
including a really nice cafe, which you just got coffee from over there.
I did. I'm going to try not to hold it in the video the whole time.
Oh, did you do that last time?
Yeah. I thought it was pretty distracting.
Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't notice.
No.
I brought some class to it.
It's like hiding behind my coffee cup.
Well, you were nervous.
Take the pressure off.
First time. It's like we're pros now.
Yeah, that's right.
We talked for hours
Old
last
hat.
time. We're right here. There it is. There's the section. Slightly smaller section than actually this one didn't shrink that much compared to all the other ones that are.
Well, it hasn't shrunk in a long time. Like it has shrunk from what it was years ago. But,
okay.
But I think it's been stable.
Okay.
And I feel like they have a lot more than the last store did. So
yeah. Well,
hopefully.
I mean, right off the bat, they've got the new 4K.
Yes.
Breathless. They've got a bunch of them. Got a whole stack. And then they've got the.
Are you gonna get that?
I just got the Blu-ray from Paul's collection.
Oh.
So I'll probably watch it first before I.
Yeah, that's good.
Dip. But they also have that. Look at that. The Western.
The renowned. Yeah. Highly anticipated. To show this.
Yeah, look at that. That's so nice.
It's pretty. It has a nice feel to it. That's important.
Have you seen any of these?
Yeah. I think I've seen Tall T.
I'm not a huge Western fan anyway, and these are like B-movie Westerns. We're not like, I don't say that disparagingly, but I still don't know if it's gonna be my thing or not. I did start watching through
I'm the same.
set on the Criterion channel with, I'm never gonna remember the director, but there's a collection on the channel with a bunch of Jimmy Stewart Westerns.
Is it Anthony Mann?
Or Jimmy Stewart movies in general. Yes,
yeah.
Stewart and Mann.
Yeah.
And I watched one of the Westerns on there, and I was like, I love Jimmy Stewart. I don't know if I can see him as the stoic, like, Western type, but he totally did. He was great.
Oh, he can do anything.
He can't do anything. He's awesome. But I watched 77 Winchester 77.
73?
Is it
73?
I think it's 73.
70 something.
It's
a really old gun.
It's the name of a gun that he has in that.
Yeah.
Or that gets passed around in that movie.
That's good. That's a good one.
It's a really good movie. I watched it with my wife and her dad when we were visiting.
Yeah.
Which is a good dad movie to watch.
It is a dad movie. Yeah.
I think he was falling asleep though, but I enjoyed it.
So I think I'm just going to start at the beginning this time and work my way through.
Yeah, we were so chaotic last time, so let's get a little more organized.
And there's little pockets of stuff displayed around the store.
Yeah, I saw there's a display over there, and then they actually have this really cool, I don't know what you call this, under display under the desk. Prominently featured ones. Joan of Arc, so good. Oh, I just watched After Hours last night with Grace.
Ooh.
Very fun movie, although
Well, it's
was not prepared for how dark it was.
It's kind of an oddball Scorsese film.
Yeah, very.
It's made an interesting time in his career too, because I think he was trying to make Last Temptation of Christ.
Yeah.
It took years and years and years.
I started watching the commentary after it. I wish I would have stayed up and finished it, but it probably good that I didn't because I would be exhausted today.
Yeah.
But I started listening to the commentary and he talks about that. Like he couldn't get Last Temptation finished because they lost their budget or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he just made this weird off the ball movie. But I do want to finish that commentary because he's really interesting to listen to.
Yeah, I love that he does commentaries.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. Like I think if I'm between two things and one of them has a commentary and one doesn't, I will go with the one with the commentary.
Yeah.
Just because I love watching a film and actually hearing somebody talk about it.
Yeah, I wish all directors still did that. Some of them do.
He was in the After Hours is about a guy who just can't can't get where he needs to go. He's inundated from just like all these weird things happen to him and it's a terrible situation. It's like a nightmare essentially.
It's the worst, especially the ending. I don't want to spoil it, but that's like my worst nightmare because I'm like claustrophobic. Oh, that was horrifying.
And it's kind of where Scorsese was at that time, so I feel like I don't know. It's a really cool.
It's like a real personal film.
I think so. As weird as it is.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I might get Raging Bull.
Okay, that one's popped up in every video I think I've done this month, so someone has to buy it.
So it may as well be me since I spoke so highly of it last time.
Yeah, we've got
I'll make a stack.
Some more 4Ks. We got Munchausen, which I just recently learned is part of a pseudo trilogy from Gilliam, with Time Bandits and Brazil. Like Time Bandits is apparently a child's dream, and then Brazil is like a man's dream, and then that's like an old man's dream, which I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm excited to check that one. I've seen the other two, and I've seen, of course, Carol Zeman's Munchausen, which I love.
Yeah.
So hopefully I don't compare it too much to that because.
I've never seen this one.
Ah.
I think I have a DVD somewhere.
I had it in my wish list on Amazon for a while, like the regular Blu-ray.
You have this?
I do have that.
Okay.
I got it in the flash sale. But I dropped it out of my wish list whenever they dropped that. Oh yeah, Fear and Loathing is back there. Another Gilliam. Why does he have so many movies in the collection?
Those together. Have you seen Malcolm X?
I haven't.
Oh, this is really good. Spike Lee, early 90s.
Yeah.
Denzel does an incredible job portraying him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe his best performance.
That's definitely one. I need to see more Spike Lee in general.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the big ones, but I haven't explored it too much.
This is one of his more straightforward movies too.
It's
it's
a biopic.
Historical, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I like all the stuff, but this is.
Yeah, I definitely, when I do get it, I'm gonna get the 4K with the nice deluxe packaging and stuff.
What do we have over here? Parasite.
I haven't even picked up that one yet. There's a crazy box set of Bong Joon-ho from Europe or the UK or something that has all of his films that I was attracted to. But I do like that packaging with the little holes in it. There's Wall-E and Time Bandits.
Which apparently this is Morse code for the title.
Oh really?
Or something.
Jeez.
Maybe totally off.
Making up facts.
Yeah, but it sounds right. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Have you picked up these two yet?
No. I would lean more towards this. This one sounds really fascinating to me. You got this last time.
Yes, I got both of those 2 stores ago, and I did. Sorry, we're filming this before I got the 3rd video up, so John doesn't know about the 3rd video yet, but you guys will by the time this comes out. But this is what I watched last night, and they look great together.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the video.
But yeah, I am going to be picking up this probably because we found this at the store with Grace, but it was loose in there. But yeah, it's 4K.
Have you seen Sound of Metal?
No, I have not.
Great movie.
That's a couple years ago, 2019. Oh wow.
Yes.
Time
is
is
Ahmed, and he's a drummer, and he's losing his hearing.
Intense one, right? Pretty intense movie.
There's some intense moments in it. Yeah. It was really affecting. I mean, he kind of goes on this. What does he do? He goes to some place where they help him come to terms with the fact that he's losing his hearing, and
oh, okay, like a support group or something.
Yeah. So I don't remember exactly. I'll watch it again, but I recommend it.
Sweet.
But this sounds really fascinating.
I almost grabbed that one last night, but I decided to grab After Hours just because of the mood we were in. Here's a nice little display. They've had this forever. I'm glad they kept this. It's nice to have some of these up front. They got a lot of 4Ks here. Got The Wings of Desire, which you picked up.
Oh, it looks good.
Did you check it out?
I checked it out. I've watched Well, no, I haven't watched Endcap Display. All the other ones I've put in and watched.
Oh.
Can we talk about The Servant real quick?
Yes, The Servant. I say right here.
You know, an hour and a half in, you're like, oh, this is interesting, and then it just like it turns, and it kind of blew my mind. In terms of like breakdown of like social structure and the relationships of the people in the movie and stuff. Really cool. And anybody hasn't seen The Worst Person in the World.
That was one that I missed that year.
Oh, here.
Because I was 20.
No.
Oh. That would be a good video.
It's good stuff.
You just like pick what I have to buy. Maybe when I have a little bit more money, we can do that. We talked about this in the video with Grace, and someone said, if you don't buy Hedwig, I don't know why I'm still watching your videos.
Oh.
Like they're super...
Yeah, no, that's great. It's like a gender bending musical, not gender bending. It's just this like big queer musical thing that was on stage in New York, I believe, and then they made a movie out of it about 20 years ago.
Okay, so it's a musical first.
Yeah.
Okay. I love the packaging. It looks awesome. But yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about that one. But there's just so much to buy. So much to buy.
Too many movies.
Too many movies. We're on almost 1,200. Did you see the announcements
I did.
that they just made? What are you most
I
anticipating?
gotta look them up again.
There's
the Freaks thing.
The Freaks set with Todd
Which I thought
Browning?
was just Freaks when I saw it.
So did I.
But there's more to it. I'm gonna pick that up.
Yeah, it's like 3 of his two other silent films besides Freaks, and then
there's Manny. There's the others.
There's the 4K upgrade of Don't Look Now, which is back in the collection.
Oh, so Don't Look
awesome.
Now. I've wanted for years.
Oh.
I've heard a lot of great. I've never seen it.
Perfect.
Heard a lot of cool things about it. Definitely picking it up because I almost went on like eBay and looked for a used one at one point, and then glad I didn't do that.
I talked about it with Connor, but that footage got lost. Or his audio didn't come through for some reason. So mostly what we talked about was how it's out of print, and now how it's coming back. And now I'm worried because all the out of print stuff that I just bought might be coming back too from Paramount. I don't know. We'll see.
Videodrome is the other one.
Videodrome, yes.
Which is I just bought that.
Oh.
Speaking of.
Great. See,
well,
now
no, it
you
was
know how it feels.
One of the last hauls or something, a flash sale.
Okay.
I'm not a huge Cronenberg fan, but I feel like that is kind of an essential. So it's a wild film, and I think Connor was right. He was talking about how, it's sort of a breakdown of like violence and sex in media and our relationship to that.
He seemed to like that one.
Yeah.
More than some of the others that he wasn't a big fan of. People keep telling me, because I said I wanted to start with Naked Lunch, and people were like, that's a weird place to start. But I think it's a great place to start for me, because I don't like, because people in the comments are telling me to watch The Fly, because it's more like commercial.
Yeah, early one from him.
But I don't like mainstream 80s movies. Like, that's like my least favorite decade.
What does that mean?
I don't think that'll be like, I don't know. People who know me better, like Connor said, I don't think you'll like The Fly. Like he thinks I'll be super bored in The Fly.
Okay.
But Naked Lunch, like this crazy, surreal, like talking bug, paranoid, fantasy movie about like the creative process sounds fascinating to me, and I want to watch that first. But
all right, knock yourself out. I would recommend History of Violence.
Oh yeah.
From 2005, which is a little more. It's a crime film essentially.
Okay.
And he made Eastern Promises a couple years after that, both with Viggo Mortensen. I feel like they're kind of a little combo.
Okay.
Those are good. Those are good intros, probably. And they're not like body horror stuff.
Yeah.
So you can sort of graduate to that. But Videodrome, I think, is it says a lot.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of meat to chew on in that film. So it's also it is violent and disturbing and gross.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't like kids to watch it. But
of course. So this is one that Evan was drawn to in the last video. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You bought it at Cumberland?
Yeah.
You probably bought the one that he picked up, because that's where we were.
Maybe.
We were at the Cumberland store. But he was really drawn to that one. I think you wrote it down to check out later. I actually just picked up this one. Haven't watched it yet, but I'm very into it. Because I love Maureen O'Hara. She's like one of my favorites.
What's her name? Who's the director? Dorothy Arzner. One of the few women directors in classic Hollywood.
Yeah, it says.
So that's kind of a cool thing. But.
Yeah. I'm excited to check that one out. It's also got Lucille Ball, which I've never seen in a movie. I've only seen,
That's how she started.
Obviously her sitcom stuff. Inside Llewyn Davis, which I got with you last time.
Have you watched it yet?
No, I have not. That is one that we're probably going to watch soon, though. Grace picked that one up.
This movie is great. I mean...
Someone left a comment saying that Scorsese was quoted as saying that was his most violent film, which was really intriguing to me, because he can't mean that literally, right?
He means
Like,
not in terms of what you're thinking, but it means just social violence. It's about Daniel Day-Lewis, Winona Ryder, Michelle Pfeiffer. So Daniel Day-Lewis is engaged to Winona Ryder's character, and Michelle Pfeiffer's character comes onto the scene, and disrupts that essentially.
Yeah.
And it's about New York society and just the fragility of.
What time period does it take place during?
1880s.
Okay, so it's old. So it's like, and it's like about like infidelity and like social norms and stuff at that time period.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's
what I got from it.
And it's so precisely shot. Like he does a really good job with, in terms of obviously the production design and the costumes and the everything. But it's just, I think the way that it's made mimics what it's talking about in terms of the proper way to act and behave and all that stuff in that time period. So,
well, that's Scorsese. Like, I just watched this, which is a very similar plot to the Out of Towners, which I watched.
Yeah, sure.
But shot completely different. Like, this is so precisely shot for what it is. It's like,
I think this might have been the first movie he made with Michael Ballhaus, who was a German cinematographer. And I don't know, he did like Goodfellas and some other stuff after that, and you can kind of tell.
Yeah, there's some wonky, like, purposely unsettling shots where it's like coming up on his ear and like.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the camera's ever still, right? It feels like it probably is, but
at some points
there's a lot of movement and
there's a lot of long shots that hang and kind of try to make you feel uncomfortable.
I watched Blow Up this week.
Blow Up.
Again, it's been a while since I saw it last time.
So what is the story? So I think Connor told me that Blow Out is like somewhat based on Blow Up, the later Criterion film.
Yeah, Blow Up is it's pretty simple. He's a fashion photographer in London in the 50s, 60s. Swinging London, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of cool. If you're into like fashion history, there's an element of that you might enjoy about this.
Totally.
But I think it all takes place in one day too. He wanders over to a park and is taking photographs of things, and he comes back to a studio later and blows up his photos, and realizes that he may have seen a murder take place.
Oh, okay. No relation to Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
I don't think so.
Oh man, there's got to be some connection.
Not from what I recall from that.
But yeah, speaking of things that take place in one day, After Hours has an amazing ending. Oh, this one. I've been wanting to check this one out because I've liked her in all the Jacques Demy films I've watched. And she's in a bunch of them.
Movie for her. Pretty important. I've never seen it.
Okay. It sounds good. It's on the channel. Look at this guy's trying to get me to spend all my money. It's on the channel, so I might check it out first. But we'll see.
I probably need to get Breathless.
4K. Do you own it yet?
I have the DVD.
Okay.
10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, it's time. Oh, it's thick. It's thicker than the Blu-ray. Is it a dual?
A little bit. It probably is.
It's combo, yeah. It's a Blu-ray too. Well, there you go. You got all.
You haven't seen this?
I haven't. But I do own it now.
This isn't it.
So I will.
Oh, you're right. You got it from Paul.
Yeah.
This is like essential.
Yeah. That's like one of the. I guess that makes sense that why it's getting a 4K, because it's like one of the tentpole Criterion movies.
Yeah. So Jean-Luc Godard, and this is like, I don't know if have you seen any Godard films?
I don't think so. I
Or
think that would be the.
Truffaut? Have you seen much French New Wave?
No, I've seen a lot of French, but I don't think I've seen any French New Wave. Like because I've watched through Tati and Demy, and then I think most of the stuff I've seen is post New Wave.
Yeah. Well, this was pretty early. It's one of the very first ones, and it's one of the more playful, experimental. It's just deconstructing the form a bit, kind of like how Citizen Kane feels fresh still today. Like this has the same vibe to it. Like,
okay.
Watch it. And it's very cool, like 60s Paris, or late 50s Paris.
Yeah.
Kind of like Godard has never seen a movie before, and at the same time he's seen like every movie because he's responding directly. There's even some like Bogart references and things like that in it. But it just changes the form entirely. That's a great movie too. Very different. But yeah, very playful, very fun. Kind of rewrote the rules a little bit and they were using handheld cameras in a way that was pretty new at that time. The technology had improved and
sweet.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like, everyone needs to see this. You may not enjoy it, but you still need to see it. So, yeah. I also like Pierrot Le Fou, which is on the collection too. I don't know if it's still in print or not.
Oh, interesting.
No, it's not here. But anyway, Check it out. This is great. I will get this.
Sweet.
I'm upgrading.
That is one I did not enjoy.
Yeah, it's okay. People like it.
I did not enjoy Badlands. I watched that pretty early in my Criterion journey, and I was like, eh. But is that indicative of other Malick films, or you think that's kind of an outlier? You think I'll like other ones? Because I haven't gone out
It was his
and watched other
first
ones.
major one, I think. So no, I wouldn't say it's indicative. I mean, there's certain elements of it that are you see today, but his style today is so much different. His style in the 90s was so much different, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
That one movie he made in the 90s.
I wasn't crazy about it, but
you might like Days of Heaven. That's, I think, where he really starts to...
Okay. And I'm really interested
become
in Tree of Life. That's one that I actually already own and I want to watch. I took I don't know what, I think it was a visual effects class in college, so I've seen like some clips of that. Because I was in a visual effects major before I switched to
the Tree of Life?
graphic design. Yeah. And
Like the dinosaurs and stuff.
I think so, maybe.
You like Big Chill?
We did enjoy Big Chill. That was a really fun movie to watch. Just like, school night after we put the kids down.
Like boomer touchdown.
Yeah. Well, what happened was Grace's parents played that soundtrack all the time. So she grew up with the music.
Oh, yeah.
But she had never seen the film, so she grabbed that. I think in November she grabbed that.
Powell and Pressburger. You have the Red Shoes.
I have the Red Shoes and I have that. Those are the two Powell and Pressburger films I've seen.
Okay. Just saw this on the big screen.
Oh, was it playing at the new theater?
No.
Terra?
It was when I was in Europe.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me. Well, I'm
really annoying everyone now with
your
I was on the
Europe
continent
stories.
recently. When I was at the film festival in Italy. Early Lars von Trier.
Oh, is that before it gets too...
Is it early Lars? Well, it's 30 years ago now.
Oh, 96.
96.
I was 4.
So you didn't see it in the theater.
No, I was not. I was
They
not
didn't take you to
there
that.
opening night. Someone just told me to check out this one
It was 4.
because Grace is looking for kind
Oh,
of
I
romantic
love that movie.
comedies. I think I might have to get this one for Grace.
You should.
And I also am not a big Scarlett Johansson fan, so hopefully this can turn me around. Oh, I liked her in Marriage Story.
It was the first thing I saw her in.
She was good at Marriage Story.
She was great in that. She's sort of the straight character. I don't know. This is sort of it was based on a graphic novel.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So it has a lot of kind of the structure and the feel of that format. It's about a very sort of
Good old Buscemi.
kind of over this like cynical teenager who graduates and then has to figure out what to do with their life.
Kind of like Scott Pilgrim-y a little bit, maybe?
Bit.
Obviously not over the top and stylized.
I mean, the
but
tone
like,
is a lot different.
okay.
Another great soundtrack too.
Oh.
Steve Buscemi plays a fantastic character. I still quote this movie to this day. So
Oh, well, that's good.
it's great, but it had to grow on me.
Okay.
So if you don't like it the first time, sit on it for a couple of years, come back.
Oh, interesting. Well, I had the same thing with Scott Pilgrim. I didn't like it the first time
Yeah.
because everyone was so like too cool for school, and I was annoyed by them. But
This is-
I guess I just
this
need to
is
get
that.
older and cynical. I guess.
This is like too cool for school. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
literally. So,
Okay.
well,
Yeah,
not
no.
literally too cool.
Kind of like Big Chill, but younger. Big Chill is like what are they? They're like in their 30s and mid 30s at that point,
Yeah,
and over it.
yeah, definitely get that.
Yeah, I think I should. What do you think, guys? You won't have any say over whether I get it because it'll be
It's too late
a
at
few
that
days by the time you see this. But what else am I looking for?
This is worth getting for the Documentary Now episode that is included in the disc.
Oh.
Do you know that series?
What is that? It's a music. That's just like a music film.
It's a documentary of the recording of the cast album of the musical company.
Oh, okay. But there's like a special feature that's.
Yeah, so Documentary Now made
special
a.
features. Good grief.
I think it was John Mulaney and those guys. They're in it.
Very similar to your name.
Yeah, you can mix me up with him. Fewer drug problems. Ooh, that's rough.
cut
John
that,
Mulaney,
cut
if you're
that,
watching,
cut that.
I still like you.
There's 0% chance he's watching, so you're
Where was I
good.
going with that? Oh, yeah, hilarious.
I think you just brought it up to insult him, is all.
because they write new songs to go. It's like they call it co-op instead of company, so they have like rewritten songs hilariously to parody this documentary. The whole
Oh.
series is great. If you're into documentaries, or even if you're not, I think it's worth watching. So,
I'll put Ghost World with my triangle.
do the right thing.
I did do the right thing, and I bought that, and I have it.
Have you seen it?
Yes, but I watched it on a plane, and I need to watch it again in all of its glory. But yeah, that's a good summer movie to watch.
It's in my book.
There it is. I know. I keep going back to almost grabbing that one because it sounds interesting to me.
Great.
If I'm gonna watch horror, it's gonna be some kind of folklore horror type thing. I just picked this up with Evan. I don't need to keep telling you the things I bought last time.
That was funny. I watch too much YouTube.
Grace is a goofball. Hey, here's the awful truth,
So good.
which Grace just got, and apparently stars the same dog that worked with
The Thin Man?
Cary Grant a bunch.
Oh no.
Like the literal dog in this movie is also in Bringing Up Baby. That was a fact that Grace wanted to point out, and then she forgot to say it.
Liam McCarey won the directing Oscar for this,
Oh,
which is kind of odd these days to think that a comedy.
screwball. Yeah, screwball comedy.
And he also made Make Way for Tomorrow the same year, and so the old legend is that everyone says he should have won for that, the drama instead of the comedy here. But I don't know, he's great at both.
So he got, but he didn't get nominated
year.
for both. Did he get nominated for both, or just
No,
one?
just that
Has
one.
that ever happened?
Yeah, it's happened.
A director been nominated for 2 films in 1 year?
It's happened a couple times.
Wow.
So Michael Curtiz, I think, was up in 38 for 2 films, and he lost both, I think. And then Steven Soderbergh was up.
What
for
is
2.
the story? Did people just used to like pump out films like super quick, or was it like they're in development for a while and they just
He
happened to
was
come out the same year?
back in the day, all the directors just worked for the studios, and so they would just be assigned to 3 or 4 movies a year. So
Jeez,
Curtiz, they just pumped him out. Yeah.
that's crazy.
Should I get some John Waters?
You could.
I
Someone
have
did.
polyester. I have Pink Flamingos. That's a trip.
Yeah. So
You haven't seen that.
I was joking with Grace about watching that, but she'll never do that. But someone in the comments did say that there are safe.
Please, if you ever watch that mega video, film her while she's watching.
I don't think she would.
Have you seen it?
She wouldn't make it through it. I don't know if I'd make it through it, honestly. But she.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, one of these days.
Oh, great. John's gonna come over, and he's gonna bring his copy of Pink
No,
Flamingos.
that's a weird. That won't be the first time. That's not the first movie we see together, because that'll just be
That'll
set a wrong tone.
ruin everything. This is another Terrence Malick film that I want to check out.
Oh, Clute. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, that's great too.
That sounds interesting to me. Is it long though? I feel like that's a long.
No. It moves along pretty quickly.
Okay.
But it's a good. It has a.
It is almost 3
It
hours.
has a good story too. It's a story everyone knows.
Yeah. And I don't like the Disney version, so that would be.
Very different from that.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's shot mainly in. Well, I don't know. So the first half is in Virginia, and she's it's like Jamestown and all of
Yeah.
that, and you're in that world, and then suddenly she goes back to later in the movie she goes back to England, and it's like suddenly you're in London, you're in this like centuries old like city, and
Yeah, that sounds
it's
awesome.
completely disorienting. It has the same effect. I think the idea is that that's what she was experiencing, and as an audience member, you're going through it too. And Priyanka Kilcher, I believe, is the actress. I haven't seen anything else she's made, but she's
Yeah.
great in this movie.
Beautiful
Christian Bale shows
cinematography.
up.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I'm just based on the
I think it's the best
artwork
deal.
on the front. It looks. Yeah, man.
You
He's
seen Roma?
selling me on too many things. Roma from like 2020.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
No, I have not.
It's not here anyway.
Also, I've not seen Mama Roma, which I want to see. Which I don't see the box set. I
That's
guess
different.
it might be up front.
Oh, maybe.
They keep the box sets behind the desk up front here, I think. What kind of coffee does John drink?
Very simple. It's coffee flavored. I think it's mine. There's no label on it anywhere, so I just grabbed the one that was up there. Tastes good.
He's easy to please.
Clute is
Clute.
a like New Hollywood mystery. That's not describing it well. It's Jane Fonda and Donald Sutherland, and she won her first Oscar for this, she's like stunning. It's by Alan Pakula, who did that really famous movie that
Good.
I should know the name of. All the President's Men.
Oh.
And some other stuff. but
Well,
it's-
Donald Sutherland just in one of the ones that was announced yesterday.
He was in Don't Look Back.
Don't look back.
Don't Look
Or Don't
Back.
look now.
What's Don't Look Back?
Don't look back. I'm sure there's a movie called that.
That's the Dylan documentary.
Oh.
It's also in the collection, I think. But I've gotten down to the S's now,
Yeah,
so.
you've made way more progress than me.
Symbiocytotaxoplasm.
What?
Exactly.
That's
I don't
amazing.
know.
Does that word mean anything?
I don't think so. This would be a fun blind buy, though, wouldn't it?
Here's another one for you. You got that one?
No.
Multiple Maniacs.
That's one of his very first. Second feature. Gloriously Grotesque.
How many?
My God.
How many movies is Divine in?
Not a whole lot.
Okay, but every time
he was in a ton of John Waters.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's on the cover every time he's there.
Of course.
You got to sell it on him.
I have to say my favorite description on a Criterion case is the Pink Flamingos one. Whoever wrote that is fantastic, and Liz at Criterion, if you're watching, you're not watching, but if you are,
he has so much faith in my tiny little small potatoes channel.
Here it is.
There it is.
It's great. It's a terrible movie.
But
and I think John Waters would
intentional.
be okay with me saying that, but it's absolutely worth watching. It has value. As what? I'm not sure.
I wish they had Andre Rublev. I think I would. Hey, what? Oh, that's a shame.
Do I need Portrait of a Lady? On Fire. Portrait of a Lady would be a good addition. That's a Jane Campion film.
Oh, is this a
Nicole
play
Kidman?
on that at all, or?
Yes,
Okay.
I assume.
Quaidon. Have you seen Quaidon?
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 I don't know.
I'm taking your word for it. After
No.
you making fun of my pronunciations. But yeah, that's another one that, along with Kuroneko. Oh, speaking of, right behind it. I watched this one last October. I also watched The Ballad of Narayama. Have you seen that?
No.
Really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. More than Kuroneko, which was visually stunning, but I'm not really a revenge thriller kind of person. Have seen that.
Okay.
That's great. I think we might now have all of the Cary Grant movies in the collection. Because we just got...
He's the best.
He
makes everything better.
Yeah, he's always great.
Did you watch Petite Maman yet?
I did not.
Okay.
But...
Okay, the term I should have used for that, I was thinking about this. You always think about these conversations
After the fact.
fact.
And after you watch them on a video.
I think magical realism is the term that I was going
Okay.
for. Because it's normal life. It's a very quiet, still movie, but it has this element of fantasy in it that kind of pops up.
Sounds good to me. I like the sound of that.
Is that vague enough?
The movie I was trying to think of was A Monster Calls,
Yeah.
which everyone
Which I haven't seen.
corrected me. I
Turns out.
recommend it. I don't know. That was early in my film journey, but I liked it at the time.
Have you seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Yes, that's the first Criterion I ever bought.
Wow.
It was actually that and Lord of the Flies, and I found them at half price books because I didn't even know about this stuff yet. I didn't even know about Barnes and Noble sales.
First one I ever bought was Taste of Cherry.
Oh, Kiarostami.
Yes. And it was the DVD, obviously.
Yes, because he's ancient.
And wait. Oh no, never mind. And that's me at a Criterion set.
I started watching some Kiarostami on the channel when I was on vacation, but I was on vacation with Grace and the parents and the kids, and my dad came in and like, oh, what's this fun vacation movie we're watching? And so I turned it off. But it was
He's doing his movie thing again.
a child's, what's this big one that's about the child? Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
Next Door Neighbor, something like that.
It's...
You know what I'm talking about.
I
though.
do, yeah.
They'll let
Anyway.
us know in the comments, and we'll think of it as soon as we get home.
My brain doesn't work so well all the time.
It is early. It's pretty early. The store just opened. So these are the first two I bought: Lord of the Flies and Pan's Labyrinth. I still haven't watched Lord of the Flies,
I haven't seen it either.
but of course I love Pan's Labyrinth. I'm a big Guillermo del Toro fan. Are you a big Guillermo del Toro fan?
No.
You don't like him?
No, I like him. He's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, he's not really mine either. I just don't know why I like his. He's like half my thing. 'Cause
I appreciate him. I really like Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's great.
I mean, I like everything I see of his.
Yeah.
It's just not. I don't gravitate towards weirdness.
I'm not like a macabre person,
Yeah.
but he wins me over with like the fairy tale aspect of his filmography, which he always does. He always makes films like about childhood and stuff like that. So
I would like to see Kronos and Devil's Backbone and some of those.
oh yeah, Devil's Backbone is great. Kronos, I think I like Kronos more than anybody. It's about like a little girl and her grandfather, who's basically her father figure. And I woke up really early for some reason I woke up at like 5 o'clock one time, and I couldn't go back to sleep, and it was like around Christmas time, and that movie takes place on Christmas and New Year's. So I popped it in, and then my daughter woke up when she was like, it was like right when she was a baby. And so I was holding her while I was watching Kronos super early in the morning while everyone was asleep, and I was like about to cry because it's about being a father to a daughter specifically. I really like that movie. Kronos is awesome. Check it out.
Not creepy?
Yes, creepy.
Good.
That's like his first bug movie. You know, he always makes bug movies. He loves bugs. That's why I want to see that's why I want to see Naked Lunch. But yeah, he's obsessed with bugs, and it's like a vampire. It's like his take on vampires via bugs, which is very interesting.
Sounds awful. Have you seen My Man Godfrey?
I have.
That's another. Okay. So you have all the classics.
Yes.
Well,
Grace went on like a sweep and got all the comedies in November because she was sick of me watching all my depressing Criterion movies. So she was like, let's get some comedies.
So you have this in your...
I do have that now.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is great. This is...
Early Brando? How old is he in that?
He's like... No, he was never old.
He was born... He's like Benjamin Button.
This is classic era Brando. He's, I don't know, 34 or something.
Okay. Actors started so much later back then, it feels like.
He was like, I don't know, he was incredible. He was one of those actor studio guys, The Method, all of that. It's almost like the apotheosis of that era and that style of filming. Like, I think this is a masterpiece. You must watch this. But it's also politically interesting at the time, too. It was like McCarthy era and all that stuff. And it's so good. Oh my God, this is such a good movie.
I'm at the point where I don't even have like a short list anymore because it's just too much stuff to get to.
You've seen a lot of stuff too, I have to say. Like you're well. I know you feels like you probably haven't seen a lot, but
well, it's very very dense because I've just got into this like the last couple of years, so I've packed a lot of them in, which is tough too because sometimes they start to run together, which I don't like. You know what I'm looking for?
What?
Hidden Fortress.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I would like to get that, but I don't think they have it.
Secrets and Lies. Oh, love this movie. Mike Leigh. You know anything about Mike Leigh?
No.
It's one of his best. I mean, he's very kitchen sink British. He's very kitchen sink British. He famously he writes screenplays, but he lets his actors improv a lot, and so there's a lot of really... and there's a lot of preparation done ahead of time. This is about basically a woman who gets in touch, or the daughter that she put up for adoption gets in touch with her, and the daughter is black and the mother is white, and so there's a whole sort of racial element to it too, in addition to all the other emotions that probably would come up in such a situation. Incredible.
So basically,
actually,
it's just like that Jonah Hill movie that just came out on Netflix.
Ooh, maybe. The one I've avoided?
I don't know what it's called.
Totally possible.
I have no idea what it's called. I've heard it's terrible though. they didn't want to kiss, so like they like CG a kiss at the end when they get married. And it looks terrible. Like their noses like press into each other.
Wusses.
I can't remember what it's called.
Have you seen Room of the View? This is completely different than everything else we've talked about.
No.
This is the
What
Ian
is
Forster novel. It's basically a young woman is taken to Florence. This was in turn of the century. She goes to Florence with her chaperone, essentially Maggie Smith, and she's British, obviously, and they sort of have, they have this typical tourist experience, and she falls in love with another guy who's from England, and then they kind of later on meet back up there, and it's a great movie.
It's an 80s movie.
It's one of the best movies that Merton and Ivory ever made, and this is in my book as well because it's a good summer movie.
It's a good summer
travel movie.
I need more summer movies
Grace
that
would like
aren't
that.
Eric Romer.
I don't know.
She might like it.
She might.
She likes pretty much. I mean, she has. I would say she actually has more broad tastes than I do. I think I'm more specific. I'm getting better about it, but
Do you have any One Car Away?
I don't. But that's the one I should start with. I've heard. Or Chunking Express, maybe.
Ah, that's good. A little earlier.
It's another one. It's another one that's out of print.
I remember when that came out, and I had a DVD of it, and so I didn't bother.
Yeah, it's not out of print, but there's a packaging that's out of print.
Yeah.
So that's why it's on my radar. That's awesome. Have you seen Ninjutsu?
No.
I recommend it.
Or Sancho the Bailiff.
It is. It's based on like Japanese fairy tale, but it is super dark. Trigger warning or whatever they say these days on that one.
Good.
This is the third one I ever bought.
Oh yeah.
It's a fun one.
It's a long one too.
It is a long one, but I think that's when you could show kids.
Yeah, probably.
I've been meaning to do a video because it's so interesting to me because I have small kids, like 2 and 4, of like, I don't know, handful, maybe 10 Criterions you can show your kids. Because I've showed them quite a few, and they're definitely in there.
That would be a good video. That'd be useful
I know,
for people.
I need to do it. There's so many videos I need to do. This is the one that I saw in the last video that you said was great.
Yeah, it's about a what is he? A criminal who's like basically made a decoy for the emperor, not the emperor, whoever the leader is, and so plays out from there. It's really entertaining. It's one of his later films. He was kind of brought not out of retirement, but he was like George Lucas and folks helped him get these films made. Ron was the other one a few years later, which is also incredible.
That makes sense because did Kurosawa make Hidden Fortress?
Yeah.
So Lucas was obviously a huge fan.
Oh yeah.
Because that's basically what Star Wars is.
Yeah. It is actually. It's very very similar.
Yeah.
There's even like C-3PO, R2-D2 characters and
which is why I want to see Hidden Fortress because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I didn't grow up. My parents didn't show me those movies, so I've seen them once as like an adult. But I was like, it's cool. But
Did you start with the?
Yeah, I started with the originals.
Okay.
I haven't even seen the prequels still to this day.
This is a whole other video you should do.
Yeah, this is not related, but I only bring that up to mention that I want to see Hidden Fortress, like where it came from, and then I also just learned that Spaceballs, which I've never seen, is a remake of It Happened One Night, which I have seen in the collection, and it is awesome, and I really like that one.
Huh. I would have never thought that.
What is My Darling Clementine? Onibaba.
Great title. My Darling Clementine is a John Ford Western with Henry Fonda, and I believe it's like shoot out at the OK Corral type stuff.
Oh, interesting.
I might be completely wrong on that. Let me know.
This is one that I just got. Refifi.
Yep. Jewel heist film.
Oh, have you seen this?
No.
Rumblefish?
No.
That's one that's been on my wish list for a while. Let me know what you guys think of Rumblefish.
Have you seen The Outsiders? That's the sequel to The Outsiders.
Oh, it's a sequel.
Yeah, I think.
Interesting.
Is that what it says in the back? Oh, it might not be related.
In a single after the world classically styled The Outsiders. Okay, so it's his second adaptation of the same author, I guess.
Yeah.
As The Outsiders.
Ooh, Spy Who Came from the Cold.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's a Jean Le Carré novel turned film. It's a very cool, Cold War era spy film with Richard Burton, I believe. Great movie. Fun. Dark.
Fun and dark.
Mid-60s.
What is this? The heck is this?
It's a 40s ghost story. Yeah?
What?
Go for it.
A 40s ghost story.
I think it's ghosts.
That is fascinating. We might have to watch that in October.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Little October movie?
Should I get The Killing?
Knowledge. Connor would highly recommend you get The Killing. That's one of his top favorite movies of all time.
Little Kubrick? Actually, there's another film on here too, right? Doesn't it have...
That is Killer's Kiss. That has 2, I think. Or The Killers. That's The Killers. Has 2.
Yeah, this is Killer's Kiss. This has Killer's Kiss.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Killer's Kiss. That's what. There's also The Killers, which has 2 different adaptations of The Killers, so it's super confusing.
I'm not the world's biggest Kubrick fan either, so I'm gonna lose you some viewers here, I think.
That's very different, though. That's like straight up noir. It doesn't feel like his other movies.
Okay.
It's super early.
I mean, I appreciate all his films,
I think you'll like it.
but they're not so. I don't gravitate towards him.
Who needs this? They got a 4K now.
Nobody. Everybody and nobody.
Well, people who don't have 4K players, I guess. So,
Are you doing the Renowned Westerns?
I don't know, man. Whew. That is pricey. We should go.
Are they on the channel too? It's tough when they're streaming and you.
Well, it's tough when they released like 3 box sets in the last couple months because I still want to get 3 colors. Do you know anything about that set? Should I not get the 4K? People have been warning me against the 4K because they like edited the colors and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know if the Blu-rays are the old restorations though. So
I'm hanging on to my old DVDs of that because there's, again, audio commentaries that I want to have. So I'm a big dork in that sense. The one I know I'm going to get is one that I already own. Go figure.
So that's a must buy.
It's got 3 audio commentaries.
That's how you get
That
John.
is hot.
Give him some commentaries, and he will be satisfied all evening. You got to get Watermelon Woman.
Okay.
You were excited.
That was way too easy.
You were very excited about that one when you picked it up.
Maybe.
Maybe. Got a maybe pile, a yes pile.
Dude, I don't know if I own this or not. I might have this already. Oh, get that one. Okay. Kubrick, I don't know. Not the biggest Kubrick fan in the world, but I own most of his movies at this point.
I like that one quite a bit. It's very different. Maybe because I was watching it with a grinning ear-to-ear Connor the whole time because it's one of his favorite movies. But
Connor, yeah.
Yeah, he loved that movie like in high school, watched it like a million times. I think it's really good. There's some little over-the-top narration. It's like a full-on noir, but it's funny. It's fun. Which one? You gotta get one.
Should I just get both? I'm gonna have all his others.
I think you should get everything.
Makes for a better video. Do they have Sans Soleil?
Films about filmmaking. Yeah, that was one. Did you not pick that up last time?
No.
You picked it up, but you didn't.
I always pick it up.
Come on, man. You don't have kids. You have no excuse.
It helps.
You got lots of money.
Silver lining.
I love
having no children.
I want to think that someone put these all next to each other because they all look similar. They're all black and white portraits
They're
on the
all
front.
great too.
This is probably. I would say it's my favorite silent film, but have you seen The Phantom Carriage?
No, you love that one.
I love that one.
I
I
have
don't
the
know why.
Blu-ray of that.
I really.
Years ago.
It's so good. I love it.
And you don't recommend it to people because you don't know who you would say something like that?
I mean, I recommend it to people like you. Most people, obviously, don't even watch silent films from 1921, but...
Gullible weirdos like me.
No, it's amazing. Everyone should watch it. It's like the anti-It's a Wonderful Life.
Wow.
It's like if that was a tragic movie.
That's a good description.
But instead of Christmas, it's New Year's, and instead of an angel, it's literally the Grim Reaper. It's really cool. And it's Victor Shortstrom, who I love.
Yeah, he's great.
Have you seen Mona Lisa?
Yeah, it's very good. It's so Neil Jordan, who later made The Crying Game. Have you seen The Crying Game?
Mm-mm.
That should be in the collection. Sorry, Mona Lisa is.
Get on that Criterion. Get your friends over at Criterion to get on that.
I'm trying. It's worth watching.
Is it worth purchasing? That's always the question.
Oh, the Gold. Have you seen The Gold Rush?
I haven't seen he re-released it later
With music.
with less footage and sound
And like
and narration and stuff.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that version, but I've seen the original.
Yeah.
Maybe the
That was
best. Maybe the best. Which one's better, guys? Let us know.
I think Circus might be my favorite too. I mean,
Circus is his favorite. I love
it's
it's
so
fun.
enjoyable.
It's so fun. I can pop that one in like any time.
The Hall of Mirrors thing and the whole like
Yes.
when he's like pretending to be the
Yes.
robot thing on the outside.
Yeah.
Just everything about it. I mean,
Judah, my son loves it, and then I just recently showed it to my daughter, and she also was watching the whole time. That's such a good one to show your kids.
he didn't really make bad movies.
Also, this one is a great one to show your kids.
Oh yeah.
The Kid is, and it's shorter, so that's probably a good one. It's only 53 minutes.
His first feature, I think.
Yeah, almost feature length.
City Lights, you need to watch, obviously. City
Yeah.
Lights is like, I mean, it's hilarious. It's got all these great bits in it,
Mm-hmm.
but it also has this sort of bookending story with a woman that he meets that comes back. Oh my gosh, just
So good.
have your tissues ready, guys, at the end. It's,
Also, Modern Times is right there.
Modern Times is fantastic.
I just picked up.
Feels a little more political. It was, Great Depression. Well, I guess all of his great movies were, but
Well, yeah, that one right from the get-go. The first shot, though, is like
it's
with
so
the sheep.
so iconic. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. Close Up is cool because it's basically a retelling of a true story. This court case, I think, and it's this crime court case thing, and he uses the person who was actually involved in it in the film to like play himself.
Oh, Kiarostami did that a lot.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
This is what you did. I was like,
Have you seen it?
no, but I've done a little bit of research on him because I was starting to get into his films. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
then.
There you go. Close up. You haven't seen it.
That's really cool. Has anyone ever told you look a little bit like the dad from Inside Out?
Is it the mustache?
Inside Out, guys. Does he not look like the dad from Inside Out? You have been rocking the mustache a little harder this time.
It's just I'm letting myself go.
I think there's a similarity. The dad from Inside Out.
He's not like the best. Is he?
he's doing his best for his daughter. He's. I'm just talking about
Whatever.
looks. I'm not talking about your ability to raise a child.
Okay. I don't know that I'd be any better. Speaking of Boyhood,
Another one of Connor's favorite. Shout out to you, buddy.
this is another one I admire more than I like. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I haven't seen it since the theater actually, so maybe.
Yeah, you appreciate the craft and the achievement. Oh, it's loose. Stop doing that, guys.
The worst. Probably making it worse. Everyone should own this.
Oh. I think I'm gonna let Grace get that one though. She was interested in grabbing that one.
We're gonna spy on these. We're playing Criterion. I don't know. We're just looking.
Oh, okay. So you did.
So you used to work here?
I did years ago. How long ago?
Oh my God, I don't remember. But
A
while
decade?
Ago. A while ago.
More than that.
They've
That
got,
long.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's been a while.
they've got a lot of stuff back there.
Nothing is a spider wrap either, by the way.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you need the Pasolini? Is that back here somewhere?
I don't see the
see it
Pasolini.
either.
That's tempting.
You may never get that 50% off. There's not going to be anything higher than that.
That's true.
Do you see that video drone? The big video drone?
Oh, what is that?
Is that the DVD? Why do they have that?
I don't know.
Why do they have the DVD of Videodrome?
Somebody put that there by mistake. It has the old logo on the side.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think we're at the zoo.
Dude, I was sold on this until recently the commenters started making me doubt it with the new color edits they've done. I don't know, man.
How bad could it be? You don't know the difference.
Well, I've seen blue. I just haven't seen red and white.
Is it still blue? Probably.
All right, we have done it. We're outside in the car, and we're gonna go over our picks real quick. But real quick, I want to talk about this. He gave me a copy of his book. Look at this. That's awesome, man.
It's a great read, especially in the summer.
Yeah, which we're experiencing right now. We're outside in the car.
Yeah.
Very hot. Oh, it's even a signed copy. To me? Look at that.
No, I just grabbed another one. It was some other DJ.
That's incredible, man. Thank you
yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. I'm actually really interested in this because I was in the mood to watch some summer movies. Criterion kind of derailed that this month, but I just bought an Eric Romer set that I want to get to, and there's a couple summer movies in there, which and one of them is in this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 30 sun-drenched classics, all summer movies recommended by you, and you give a lot of background on them in here.
Some essentials, and I was trying to do a really eclectic mix of stuff. So there's everything from, I mean, you obviously have Jaws and
Smells so good.
Gidget and stuff like that. There's a baseball movie.
Moonrise
There's Do the Right
Kingdom.
Thing. There's Moonrise Kingdom. There's
Love that movie.
Key Largo, so there's sort of a noir crime film in there. There's
Yeah.
an Andy Hardy movie. There's all sorts of stuff. So
Sweet.
yeah. It goes all the way to Call Me By Your Name is the last
Yeah,
one in
Timothy
there.
Chalamet right there at the end.
Yeah.
I'm excited to check this out. Look it up. It's on Amazon. Anywhere you get books. It's at Barnes & Noble. But he got me a copy. Hopefully I can have you back soon. We can do a video, maybe our top 10 summer movies.
That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But
And there's
now-
an Eric Romer in there too, so
Yeah, you told me
you
about
need
that.
to get to. It's a
I
good
do
one.
need to. It's in that box set that I just bought. But let's talk Criterion. You go ahead because you got a big old stack. I went a little lighter this time.
I whittled it down. I had a lot that I was contemplating. There's nothing I was like dying to own this time.
A train is going
Can you
by.
hear the MARTA train?
I was like, what is that?
We don't have great public transportation in Atlanta, but we do have this, and of course it comes up when you don't need it to. So I'm upgrading my copy of Breathless. I have the old DVD of this that I got 10 years ago or something. This is
Yeah.
an essential movie, like
Yeah, you tell me all about it, and that'll probably make the edit. But
historically, and it's still a lot of fun. Like I mentioned, like Citizen Kane, it still feels really fresh when you watch it.
uh-huh.
and it's like cool 60s vibe, you know. I don't know, just a really cool movie. And it breaks a lot of rules, and that's also fun and historically interesting. So it's good to have this 4K.
60s French. Oh, what 60s French film I like is La Piscine.
Yeah,
that's another summer movie
it is.
that you guys should check out.
That's very different. Also on the it's a Criterion. Yeah,
it's in the collection. That's one of the early ones I bought.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and do this one because this is the one I got right off the bat. Triangle of Sadness. Saw it at the last 2 stores and passed on it because, well, the last store I passed because it was shaking around in there, a little bit damaged. But I love this movie when it came out. We talked about it in our first video. It was one of my top 5, top 6 films of
kind of a summer movie
of that year. Yeah, kind of. I don't know how. Not really one to get you excited about summer because
it's a beach movie.
It is a beach movie, but yeah, I really enjoyed it all the way through, and I wanted to have it in the collection. I wanted to have it just in my collection, and the fact that it came out as a Criterion was perfect.
I need to get Force Majeure in the collection.
Is that another Ostland film?
Yeah, okay. It's a skiing. It's a very simple story about a family who's at a ski resort in Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
And
you might want to check out the. There's whatever the company is that just put out the 3 Colors trilogy, the 4K release, the big deluxe one. They also put out an Ostland collection of like all his films.
Yeah, it's probably in there. No, yeah. I've heard about it. And The Square is great. It's like sort of about the art world.
I need to watch more of his stuff.
Satire of that.
This was my introduction to him, and I really liked it. So
yeah, you should definitely watch his other stuff.
I need to watch his other stuff. Interesting cover art. I guess they didn't want to go with like a donkey dying or someone, or the poster is even kind of gross. So I guess they.
Do you think that's giving anything away? I guess not. Is it a metaphorical grenade?
When you see the grenade,
is he throwing a grenade into this situation?
Yeah. If you have this grenade in your mind when you're watching the movie because you saw the cover,
it might mean more.
It might stand out to you more when you see the couple that makes the grenades. Because that. I don't know that's callable. Sorry, man.
Fantastic movie. I'm so glad it's in the collection. Okay.
Yeah, let's move on. What else do you got? You got a whole bunch.
I'm gonna do these together.
You do those too, because that'll be perfect.
Because I think I have all the other ones that this director has in the collection, but it's John Waters, early
Waters,
Multiple Maniacs, and Female Trouble. So I have a divine double feature here.
The last 2
in all senses.
Waters films you need from the collection?
Yeah, I'm not even a big John Waters fan. I guess maybe I am.
You're just a completist.
He's just really cool, you know, and I'm the completist, and I enjoy all of his movies. They're all very strange, but there's no one making movies like him, and I think it's just really something I want to support, you know?
Okay. Support.
And Pink Flamingos, man, you should make Grace watch that. Not make her.
I'll work on it. I don't think it's gonna happen.
You should watch it too, because you haven't. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any John
So
Waters.
Vote down below. No.
Yeah, I don't think I can post a poll in the comments, but
it'd be fun.
I'll do a poll. Next one I got is one that I've heard a little bit about for the last couple sales, and someone finally pushed me over the top in the comments and said you should get this because it seems to be something that Grace would be in the mood for this time because it's kind of a romance. It's kind of a dark, bleak comedy type thing. You know, it's Ghost World, starring a very young Scarlett Johansson.
She's the sidekick, one of the sidekicks to the main character, who is a very cynical teenager who graduates. She almost graduates. The whole idea is that she has 1 credit left, and so she takes an art class in the summer.
Oh.
So there's this beautiful scenes,
I went to
hilarious
art school.
scenes.
Grace and I both went to art school.
You might appreciate.
So I might appreciate it.
On multiple levels. And it was based on a graphic novel and it has a little bit of that feel to it.
Yeah, that's another reason that. So I did a sale haul in November with a guy who has another YouTube channel. It's all about comic books. So he picked this one up because he collects comic book films and it's based on a graphic novel. So that's another interesting thing.
And Steve Buscemi, national treasure.
Always great. But yeah, Ghost World, we're going to check that one out soon. I haven't told Grace about it yet, but I will show her out.
That's a great movie.
Good.
Everyone should watch it.
That's my second one. And then you got
2 more that I haven't seen.
More.
So we'll start with Watermelon Woman, because you had talked about this earlier. This is Cheryl Denier. She
just picked that one up.
Yeah. So yeah, she's a video store clerk, aspiring director, and her interest in this forgotten black actress leads her to basically research her and all that. So it's kind of a film about film, but it sounds really cool. And I've heard about this movie for years, and I've never seen it.
Yeah.
So now I have no excuse.
Yeah, it's right there in the collection, and it's only $20. So how can you not?
Yeah.
Speaking of only $20, this one's only $15, which I didn't know, but it is. It's only $30. I've never seen this one before. I didn't even know anything about this one, but it sounds awesome. It is a film from 1944 called The Uninvited, and it's a ghost story from 1944. Apparently, it's a love triangle. One of the participants being a ghost, which is fascinating to me. I love...
Kinky, kind of fun.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing. I love 40s horror stuff, and October's coming up soon. I always do like a Spooktober watch list to try to watch.
It is coming up soon.
Yeah. Right,
Do you have plans? Do you have a video plan for that?
Yeah, we always do kind of like a watch list, things that we want to make it through that month. And this is going to be on my list. I'm going to throw this in there because it sounds really interesting. Super breezy, 99 minutes, and I was going to say I love 40s horror. I don't know if I've seen a lot of 40s horror. I've seen 30s, I've seen 50s, but yeah, this might be my first 40s horror.
And this is
movie.
Ray Milland and Ruth Hussey. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I'd love to. So
Yeah,
I'll come over.
Yeah, he'll come over in October. We'll watch this together. He'll bring pink flamingos.
Ooh, what a double feature that would be.
We'll do that. But yeah, directed by Lewis Allen, who I'm not familiar with. But that's really cool. Like I said, I've never seen that one before, so I kind of got excited when I found it on the shelf. It's got a really cool, provocative illustration on the front there. But The Uninvited, let me know if you've seen that one. Don't spoil anything, but I'm curious to know more about that one. And then you've got one more?
So why did I buy this?
Why did he buy this?
It's for the title, guys.
Just for the title alone.
It's Symbiocytotoxoplasm, one word. There's actually two movies on here, so there's Take 1 and Take 2.5. The first one's from '68, the second one's from 2005. So I don't know.
Did he remake his own film, or is it like a sequel? Or
It's a sequel.
Okay.
So the first one is, this is so bizarre. A couple enacts a breakup scenario over and over. A documentary crew films a crew filming the crew.
Jeez.
Locals wander casually into the frame. The project defies easy description. And then the sequel is
Clearly.
the actors coming back. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'm definitely going to check this out.
Sounds fascinating.
It's truly bizarre. This is one that
yeah, what a weird cage,
know-
too. It's like sideways.
yeah. I mean, I feel like we all have these movies where we've never heard of them before and they sound intriguing just for whatever reason, or the box art is intriguing. And this is definitely one of those that for me.
That's this one for me. I guess we each got one this haul
Yeah.
that we know nothing about. Hopefully we enjoy them. Sorry, there's literally a guy working a jackhammer over there, but we do have the windows open so we don't die.
Because it's what, 96,
yeah,
95
and
today?
real feel is like over 100. So don't move to Georgia, guys.
Some weird movies here. I don't know. I watched pretty much all the last ones, all the ones from the last video.
Yeah, you're already caught up. I've got plenty to watch. Yeah, I probably won't watch Triangle of Sadness because I just watched that and that one just came out. But I am going to watch these ones. Like I said, I'll try to check that one out in October. And I'm going to watch this one with Grace. And it's a heavy one. Is there 2 discs in this? Or does it maybe just have a thick booklet or something? Oh, it has 2 booklets in there.
Wonder if some of the...
I wonder if they have like some pages of the graphic novel or something, probably.
Maybe.
So yeah, those are my 3 picks. He got 5 this time around. I'm going to do one more haul with Grace because there's a couple more things that we want to pick up, and I actually want to get some stuff ordered that I haven't seen at any of the stores I've been to. So hopefully they can get those ordered if you just ask, right?
Yeah, definitely. It takes a few days, I think. So I did, Timo, if you're watching, I did a separate purchase yesterday because there was some stuff at a different store. There was one store in town that had a particular title.
Yeah.
That I won't reveal because in case he's watching. But anyway, had to go do that. So I bought a few other things for myself as well.
Yeah, you've picked up things in between the videos.
So I might be done. I've spent a lot of cash this month.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I've got probably too much too, but I'm gonna at least go out and get a few more with Grace, and then I still have to get Connor's video up. Connor's bought a bunch of stuff. I want to show you guys what he picked up.
I want to see that too.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know in the comments what you guys are continuing to pick up in the sale, and lots more Criterion videos coming for the rest of the month. Thanks so much for joining me again.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Always great to hang out, and we'll be back with more videos real soon.